And this, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much why I tend to record it rather than stream it.
Hurrah for Dixie!
Now you die!
Kill those Yankee scum!
You want to go?
Ah, I think I know. There we go. Is that better? That should be better now. Well, here we are with the Dixieland Army making their way out for this special event as organised by the fine fellows of the Union Army and the Dixieland Army, and our thanks go out to not only the commanding officers but of course all members of both armies for taking part in this wonderful event. And obviously a few server issues always occurring, flicking in trees, my config's not the same. So there we go, it's way better. No echo, I figured out what that problem is. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Technical problems. Stream scrub, what can I say? Now at the front there's Major General Hawk looking through the binoculars with his nose. And the Dixieland Army is making their way out. Now let's see if we can find the fellows of the Union Army. Hello. Here they come. Look at this. Now, there she is, of course, the buxom Dev Parrot. Nice rack. And there, of course, the Hinkle. And at the back here, Colonel Barbeneth from Rhode Island, the 2nd Rhode Islanders. A definite shout out to them for their video. If you haven't seen the video of them fleeing the Union Army, you should definitely check it out. It's very good indeed. If you want to see it, let me know. I'll put a link in the chat. So, you can see now the Union Army making their way over. Now, I hear conspicuous drumming. Listen to this. Oh dear. Oh, whoa, holy crap. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh, fantastic. Oh, we've lost Brave Scott already. Shot down in the first 5 minutes. And a pistol as well. And look at this as they're firing on their enemy. And now their enemy returns the fire with a devastating volley. As you can hear, Grim Ketic being taken down. Look at this. There's Brigadier General Norwegian at the far end. And casualties. There's smoke everywhere. Look at the casualty, the front line of the Dixieland Army taking huge casualties right now. They're losing people left, right and centre. As we now move down and see how the members of the Union Army are faring in this stand-up line battle. Look at this. So, the Union Army, oh, now one thing to remember in this, boys and girls, is we do have bandages. And these guys, if they get hit, oh, heavens above. Look at that. Massive, massive volley from the Union Army. And poor old Crusader has bled to death. Fetus Deletus from the Rhode Islanders is no more. What a fine name, Mr. Deletus. And the Union Army. Oh, and ID2 is now following. Thank you, ID. Thank you very much for joining us. And you can see here, Private Franz has just bled to death on the Union lines. The 8th South Carolinian. And here is the Developer Parrot. And now they're reorganising their lines. They're moving out. The Union Army is moving. The question... Oh my goodness, look at this. An outflanking manoeuvre by the Confederate States of America. Oh, look at this. A fine outflanking manoeuvre by these guys. They've done a great job getting into position, trying to get in there. And that's Ridge 123, 123. Thank you for following. Good stuff. Look at this. And the guy is getting into the fire, getting into that double line to try and put the fire into the enemy. And they are doing a fantastic job right now. Look at that. Bit of pistol fire from the man in white trousers. And the Purple Mamba, thank you for the follow. Now, let's see. Let's see. Cadbread from the 2nd Florida, and now they're moving in. Oh my goodness, mass melee. Oh dear, this is what Mountain Blade is all about. Oh, we went into the wrong position there. Look at the kill feed. Oh my goodness, and team kills in there. McMuffin murdering one of his own team. Oh, fantastic stuff to watch this, guys. Absolutely fantastic. As you can see, stabby goodness occurring in all directions. And the white trousers remains alive. How is this possible? Oh, it's the dev. Definite dev hacks. And down goes the final member of the Confederate State Army. And we move on to the next round. So this is the next round. There's Gustav Black from the 3rd US. And that guy's all getting set up in their double line, ready to move out. George Latham, Brigadier General. Captain Von Werth. And James Kavanagh. And Drunken Irish Soldier, thank you for the follow. I need to change that so it's a little bit less... What's the word I'm looking for? A little bit less intensive. So what we might actually do is it that bit there? Yeah, we'll put it up the top there. So it'll now appear at the top of the screen rather than over the top of the text. So hopefully that'll be better. Anyway, we follow James Kavanagh. He goes out scouting as they're making their way through the cornfields, being led ably by William Sherman, the Shermanator. Oh, Corporal Potato from Michigan. You can see the Michigan A. Gustav Black from the 3rd United States. There, the 68th New York Kazuko. Major Valada from the 24th Michigan. Who else do we have here? Private O'Connor, also from Michigan. Captain Lace Shoe from the United States Sharpshooters. None other than Captain Schnursh. Yes, him of the German name. Fantastic stuff. As I butcher everybody's names. Corporal Zocker. And there is Razor Dragon 200. William Acker. Herman Richter. Look at that. Signal Sergeant Ichabod. Recruit Rutt. Hello, Recruit Rutt. There's Dabney. Smithy. Betty McMuffin of the famous McMuffins. And there's Staff Lieutenant Zadiz from Longstreet. Now let's go and see if we can find the fine members of the Confederate States of America. Charge! 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 So, charging in. Colonel Farts! Silent but deadly. Corporal Adam from the 2nd Virginia. There's Brave Scott from the 19th Virginia. Lanny Burrito. Texasali. Corporal Irish from the 19th. And there you can see Flemmy from the 15th Alabama. Invitational Sheriff from the 19th Virginia. Oh my goodness, look at these guys. There's just a constant flow of them. Nigel Farage. There's Sergeant Chit. Private Dizzy. Axton Cage now. Oh my goodness, look at this. Isn't it glorious, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely glorious. And this reminds me of those wonderful days when the Union Army used to fight the Dixieland Army on a regular basis with huge turnout, and it always turned out to be very entertaining events. And I do miss those days. But my thanks obviously to both the armies for getting this event together to celebrate my birthday. Made me cry. Until they shoot me in the testicles, of course, which they probably will, knowing this lot. Anyway, oh my goodness, it's the Union Army moving into position. Look at that, the way you can see the army moving between the trees gives you an idea of the scale. Here, waiting. Double line, first line down on one knee to allow the line behind them to fire as well. It's a daisy, that didn't work out for Sergio. Shot in the bottom by his own teammates, and look at that, a nice shot from Epic Pizza from the Louisiana Volunteers, I believe that is, with a fine kill. The most epic of all the pizzas. Epic Pizza. Anyway, let's go on and find out what's going on. As here, drumming is Richard Blue, and William is leading the boys out with the likes of Parrott and James Kavanagh now. Where is the Hinkle? Now it could be the Hinkle's over the back here. Is this Hinkle in mistress form? It's distinctly possible. Yeah, look at that. It is the famous cross-dresser that is the Bonnie Blue boy himself, Mr. Hinkle. Well, in this case he's the Bonnie sort of reddish girl today, but never mind. Now, the Union Army moving up to get closer in against their foes. And here, behind this supporting fence, will offer them some cover. They can now fire through the fence. Oh, good God, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? The fire coming in from the Union Army and some enemies being claimed with fine bullet shooting. As over here, all by himself, Thomas Beale, Colonel of the brave 3rd US. Making sure the boys stay focused. Making sure they're ready to go. Oh, who's this brave soul out here? Oh, no, it'd be him. It's Von Werth, captain of the 68th New York. And look at this. Making sure everyone's ready to go. So. Who's charging? I heard that. Stop charging. There's no charging allowed. We haven't got that close yet. There's solar fish. Oh! Whoa, holy crap. And the only person who died was a member of the DA. Whoops-a-daisy. I don't think that's really what they had planned there. So guys, let me know in chat. You're awfully quiet, and that's obviously slightly disturbing for me. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear this. There's no sound issues, there's no problems. The Staff Colonel William and Brigadier General Norwegian continue to check, and down goes the D's. Long distance shot from 2nd Lieutenant James. Good shot indeed, sir. Good shot indeed. Who's this person cycling? It's, oh, of course, it had to be Barbaneth. It's only a matter of time. Unfortunately, there's no cannons, so we can't intercept Barbaneth with a cannonball, which is his usual fate. So that's the reason why Barbaneth's surviving for longer than what is considered normal for Barbaneth. Mind you, saying that, somebody will probably end up shooting him in the head. You know it's going to happen. So, the Union Army moving up even closer behind the cover of the earthworks and the wooden fences and this fine setup. The cover, trying to protect their numbers, making it harder for them to be spotted. Down goes poor Laced Shoe, murdered horribly as he moves into position. Listen to those bullets pinging around the area. Oh, look at that. And now they can fire back against the enemy as Dev Parrott has just been team killed. Poor Parrott has the worst luck. So anytime you get team killed, it's basically referred to as doing a parrot. Never mind, poor Parrott. Oh, look at that. And down goes Nora Wetter as well. Team killed. But the fire coming in with Ipram. And some fine work with the music by Richard Blue. And my throat is starting to dry out just a little bit. Hasn't got back to full casting mode as of yet, but it's not going too bad. Colonel Barbaneth circling like a vulture, waiting to pounce. Generally, yeah, this is the highest graphics settings. I mean, I do, bear in mind I have reinstalled, so it's probably not completely at the highest, but it's still pretty high. But bear in mind, this game is 4, maybe 6 years old. And it is a mod of a DLC. So, no doubt you'll see a lot better graphics coming. With the forthcoming War of Rights, which we're looking forward to. So, Veteran Private Lucas. Ah, look at this. The Dixieland Army has decided to cut its losses. Pull back. So,
Hurrah
let's
for
see.
Dixie! Hold
You're
position.
pathetic.
Oh, thank you. So here they are, getting their feet wet as they cross through the creek. As Cadbread gets murdered. Needless to say, he was left behind to try and hold back the hordes of Union armies. And there's Colonel Sawyer doing a little bit of bandaging work from the Black Hand Brigade. The man in white trousers, Staff Colonel William, looks like he's dressed for tennis. Or possibly cricket. Difficult to say. But either way, he stands out like a spare prick at a wedding. But never mind. They'll learn. Now this is where they've decided to stand and fight. Let's see if we can lock in. Well, he's not doing anything. Quartermaster Sergeant Tacchio, waiting. Ah, Ned Flanders. And, oh, fire coming in. As look at that, William Sherman taken down with a fine headshot. Fantastic shot indeed. As the Union Army now coming under fire as they try and break their way through this area. You can see a few casualties here and there. Poor old John Bacon has been cut to pieces. Well and truly sliced. Down goes no. We've lost Richard Blue. Staff Colonel killed him. Oh goodness me. Look at this. Absolute mayhem going on right now. And down goes Hinkle, shot in the head. Yeah, for those of you not aware, it's not a normal round unless Hinkle snuffs it in some way. Yeah, I have to say, yeah, going from Battlefield 1 to this is not really on the same level, but, you know, I mean, look, you've got 86 players on one side and 92 on the other. It's a different kind of game entirely. Oh, look at this. Man looking for a little bit of medicing. The drunken Irish is trying to medic him. Smack him with a bandage. But this guy's also PFC Crusaders trying not to get shot. They're trying to get over the fence at the same time. And it doesn't appear to be going well for him. Hashtag free pancake. Okay. Justice for pancake. Now, here, the Confederate States of America, their army firing back. Oh goodness, they are losing some people here at the front. You can see very, very nasty. Very nasty indeed. Yeehaw indeed. And so, oops-a-daisy. Oh no, Burrito. We've lost Burrito. But the blood splats you can hear. As the oh, there we go. A little bit of medicing done on Ivan by the fine Quartermaster Sergeant Thunder from the 15th, keeping his boys alive. Oh, look out. It's the cricket fan making his way back. And now they wait in the cornfield. Now that reminds me of the first cast I ever did, where the last team, or the last guys that were surviving, hid in the cornfield. That is until somebody said, in global chat, why are we hiding in the cornfield? And then it all went horribly wrong, as a lovely combination of fire from the Dixieland Army cutting to pieces multiple members of the Union Army as they try and make their way out of their cover of the cornfield and over to the left-hand side, possibly in an outflanking manoeuvre. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, poor old Harry's dead. Hey, French made it! Say, everybody please say hello and an extra special thanks to Mr. French Monk, a gentleman who helps run my Steam group and does a fantastic job of doing it. So, definite pats on the back from Mr. French Monk. Now, can I do that on here? Okay. No, can't do it on here at the moment. I have to sort it out later. Anyway, now you can see the army making their way up there. Man poised, ready for some medic work. Sturog, of course. Let's find Signal Sergeant the Disturog. Out with his bandage as Jeremiah Clark gets kicked. Whoops-a-daisy. And oh dear, Liam Iser's just killed Drunken Irish. And Bellyfort wasn't killed by his own commanding officer. That's almost unheard of for the Belly. And there's Barbeneth. And it looks like they're holding up at this position. As Colonel Martin goes down, Godfrey also Coerbis from the Dixieland Army. And this appears to be the last hold position of the Union Army. Let's have a look. 35 and 46. The Confederacy have the advantage in numbers. And however, more Union Army troops continue to pour in. George Latham. Stogie in mouth. Trying to defend. Keep an eye for the binocs. There's Captain Von Berth. The fine pistol work of Thomas. And up top there, there's Barbeneth. He's got his sword out. He's ready for everything. And it's an all charge. Melee only. Oh dear. That didn't go well.
Now you die.
No firing. And leading the charge, there's James Kavanagh. Supported by Thomas Beale. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Union Army and the Confederate States of America in melee. Oh, goodness me. This is going to be brutal. Look at this. And down goes Crazy Al. And Nigel Farage has crashed. That's unfortunate. Look at this. Ned Flanders. And Grim Setic killing a teammate. As they're doing a fantastic job. Look at this. Isn't it great? Fantastic stuff. Now let's have a look. It looks like the Union Army. Yeah, there's only 3 against 22. And there we go. A win. A win for the Confederate States of America. Not sure if they're going to do another battle. And here is the Union camp. Oops-a-daisy. Okay. Poor old Bread has just been banned. So here is the Union Army, complete with their organisational line. Getting set up. Oh dear. That didn't work out well, did it? There's Dev Parrott. Now. Look at that fine sprig in their hair. Stonewall Brigade. Those fine fellows, don't they look wonderful? Now. Look at that. What a fine turnout.
I'll rip you
There's William
apart.
Sherman. There's Parrott. Oh, good God, what is he wearing? So, as you can see, Hinkle likes to blend in with his surroundings quite a lot. Yeah, good job, Hinkle. Silly German. Oh, dear me.
Long live the Union.
So.
Try to leave the pretty ones alive.
Yeah, Mountain Blade Bannerlord probably expected some point next year. I have been in touch with all the various people, so I will keep as up to date as much as I can. I am looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It does look great so far. There are certain things I would love to see more of, you know, more destruction, the ability to... Oh dear. Private Blackie has been fired, quite literally. There are some things I'd love to see, you know, be able to drop rubble on the enemy, all that kind of stuff. Even though they aren't doing a Napoleonic Wars DLC for the game, you know it's only a matter of time before somebody makes one. You just have to look at what Mountain Musket originally started out as. So I think it's going to be a good future, and it should be fun. So I am looking forward to it, and I am definitely going to be interested in casting it, that's for damn sure. Oh goodness me, look at that fire. That long distance. Puffs of smoke. Holy crap, look at that! Oh, Jewish James is no more. Poor old Jewish James. He's not Jewish anymore, that's for damn sure. Oh, look at this. The Union Army are charging. Oh, goodness me, a charge on the enemy position. Let's see if we can follow this all the way in. Oh, isn't this glorious? Oh, down goes George Latham.
Union Company, charge!
They're all charging. Look at that, isn't that glorious? Furious charging occurring. Oh, look at that! Oh my god, look at that! The murdering! As now they continue to defend themselves. Look at this. Oh, goodness me, that was just amazing. Absolutely amazing to watch. And imagine what an sobering experience it must have been to do that for real. So here we go. That moment when you die during the charge. Yeah, somebody's got to die. Oh, down goes Parrot, murdered. And you can see here the melee continuing. Here's Recruit Brax. I have to say that was an amazing charge from the Union Army. Just looked absolutely fantastic. And here from South Carolina, you can see him saluting. That's the normal thing they do when they need some medicing, because this guy's now bleeding. So he's looking desperately around for some medicing love. He's like, where can I find a sergeant? I need some medic. I need a medic. I'm bleeding badly here. And he's running over to where they're all fighting. He gets out his gun. And it looks like he's going to have a little bit of melee maybe. Oh, there's Hinkle. Hinkle defending himself from the attacks. Down goes Hinkle. Oh dear. Very unfortunate position for Hinkle to die in. Yeah, so there we go. There's a POV shot of Hinkle. Complete with a small gap in the back of his tunic, which is, let's just say, slightly alarming. And there we go, we're going for a side swap.
You're mine.
So, just to make it all fair, the sides are swapped. So the Union Army get to fight as the Dixieland, the Confederate States of America, and the Confederate States of America now move over to the Union. So, let's see. As there's Barbaneth looking, and down we go. Oh dear. Fun and games, what can we say? So, let's see.